In example 2, the half-life of a radioactive isotope is the time it takes for the quantity to be reduced to half its initial mass. Starting with 155 grams of a radioactive isotope, how much will be left after 4 half-lives? Round to the nearest gram. Alright, we need to figure out a few things here. We're going to try to use our formula A is equal to P times 1. In this case it's a half-life, it's a decay, so it's going to be 1 minus R, and then to the T power. If we fill in some blanks here, P is 155, that's our starting value. And then we've got 1 minus the rate. Well, the half-life, the rate is going to be 50% or 1/2. Or if you want to think about it like this, you can think about it as 0.5. That's the rate. And we want to know how much is going to be left after 4 of these half-lives. So the time is actually 4. This rate is for a half-life, and the time is 4 of these half-lives. So we can just go ahead and evaluate this. You can either do the 1 minus 0.5, which is 0.5, raise that to the 4th power, and continue by hand, but I think at this point, and even at the one before, you could go ahead and just type this into your calculator. So we've got 155 times 0.5, and then we're going to raise that to the 4th power. And that's about 9.6875. We're asked to round this to the nearest gram though. So the nearest gram, we're going to look at the tenths position, or the first place after the decimal. It's a 6. So we're going to round that 9 up to 10. And you could just use G, I suppose, or if you want to put grams there, that's fine. And you should list what the unit is there. There's another way to think about this as well. And the other way to think about this is just to take 155 and just keep dividing it by 2. So if we divide that by 2, let's see what that is. 155 divided by 2, that's 77.5. So that's after 1 half-life. And then if we take 77.5, divide that by 2, that'll be after 2. We're going to need to go 3 and 4. So we're just going to take our answer, divide that by 2. We've got 38.75, and do not round at this stage of the game. If you do round now, your answer will be off. So don't do that. Keep your value, keep your exact value, if you can, all the way through your calculations. We're going to divide this by 2. Again, that's going to be 19.375, and then we're going to take 19.375 and divide that by 2. And there's your 9.6875. So we've done that fairly easily using the formula. On the short ones where you're only doing this 4 times, you could probably do this by hand as well, or at least with the aid of the calculator, but list everything out and just perform the half-life every single time. And this one would round up to be 10.